your significant other comes face forward, straddles you.
Okay, I didn't say straddle. I didn't say there was any skin-on-skin contact.
But I'm saying this would be hot.
Okay, this is your fantasy now. Got it.
And they straddle you.
I'm saying this would be hot.
Because there's that little area right there.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Lunchtime with Smosh, the podcast.
Yep, that's right. We are here. Two boys in a bathroom.
Why did I have to sit on the toilet while you got a comfy chair?
I think it was more of a height thing.
What height thing?
Yeah, because the chair's a little higher than the toilet.
Yeah, because my butt is a couple inches submerged right now.
Well,
Anthony offered to sit on the toilet.
You offered?
You said who's sitting on the toilet? I was like, I guess me. But I was a little excited too because this is a fun experience.
And we also don't have like the tops to the toilets here. We just have
the bowl.
We just have the ring.
So this is the ring. I don't know if you
can you see
that.
down there?
Can you see all the way down there?
Here?
Why'd you put your fist in there? But yeah, so it's just an open hole for you to sit on, and I've never fully.
You pulled out the squatty potty too.
Yeah, I've never fully. So I'm wondering, like, if you are to use the squatty potty in its intended way, is it just this, or are you supposed to like literally be squatting?
Are you shitting me right now?
Well, girls.
My pants are on, bro. I'm not
technically
shitting.
Girls, like a lot of girls, hover when
a lot of girls hover.
We don't make contact with.
Yeah. I mean,
because more there's
germs.
There's women germs.
I feel like
that us men don't have to worry about.
It's syphilis.
I feel like if you
only women can get syphilis.
That's not true.
Trust me, I've tried. You ever see Dances with Wolves?
Is it a big syphilis invasion in that movie?
At the beginning, the guy's like losing. He's like, I have pissed myself, and there's nothing you can do about it.
And it's a syphilis side effect?
He's just like clearly going insane, and people are like, oh, he has syphilis.
When I was 15, the doctor, and I had a disease, the doctors tested me for syphilis.
Yeah, they always do that.
I was like, bro, I've never touched a boob. What are you talking about? I don't have syphilis.
No, you get it from the hot tub.
What? Where do you get where?
No, I'm just making. I'm going for a record for like amount of disinformation put into the beginning of a podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me more.
You're dying. I guess that's
not
true.
Misinformation. That's just facts.
I'm dead. Okay, now.
That is misinformation.
Cats aren't real.
So, Erin, you had some question for us?
Yeah. So since we are...
Wait. Actually, hold on.
Okay.
Before we get to that,
oh.
You've never used a squatty potty before. Do you just think you're better than everyone?
I didn't even know what this was for.
What?
What is the point
There's
of the squatty potty?
There's a photo in the front of it showing you exactly what to do with it.
It just shows someone standing on it.
It's better poo flow.
Yeah.
It's a better
stand.
You should know this. This is like a yoga pose almost.
So, you know how like our ancestors didn't have toilets, so we all had to squat?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that gives like I don't know scientifically, but it's like a better alignment of like your colon.
I mean, it makes sense, but also couldn't you achieve that same thing if instead of shitting like this, like everyone does, if you just sit like...
You could just hold them up yourself.
No, that's
like you could just hold it.
You're going the wrong direction.
No, but then my body's aligned.
No, but it's about that.
See, now the poopy can come out.
I have shit outside
now the
before,
poopy can come
and it's natural to shit like that outside.
Yeah. Did it come out fast? Did it shoot out like a rocket?
Well, the only reason I shit outside was because I had to go, and it surely came out fast.
Where were you?
Where were you?
In the middle of a forest.
When?
When?
Tell us exactly what day you shit in the forest.
What are you doing?
Don't worry about it.
All right. So this was a foggy day in the Bay Area of California.
You're in the Bay Area?
Mm-hmm.
You're in San Francisco? A lot of people shit on the streets there.
That's true.
I was not there, but I was near. I was on a hike.
Okay.
I was with some people.
In like Big
And then
Sur?
I don't know where it was, but they were like, we're going back home. And I was like, I'm going to chill out here for a little bit more. And I just walked around this hike for a couple more hours. And then I had to shit really bad. And then it just comes out. And then I wiped with the leaf.
Just
there are so many holes in this story.
What's the holes besides where the shit came out of?
You were around somewhere in San Francisco that you don't remember. You were with a group of people. You told them, I'm going to wait around here for a little bit. Then you hiked for a couple of hours and then you shit in the woods and used a leaf to wipe. That's what you said.
Yeah, that all tracks.
Okay. So wait, what were the other people doing?
So they had to go because one of them, I forget if they had something to do or if there was something where like they got tired. There was some reason that they had to go and they were going to come back later. So I was like, I'll just stick out here. I'll just stay next to this bridge. It's kind of cute. And I'll just like walk around here and enjoy myself outside. I have my little kalimba instrument and I was just playing.
Your what?
Kalimba. It's like a musical instrument.
Okay.
Oh wait, is that that little like
It's like
thumb?
ding, 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 ding,
So
ding,
you
ding,
just
ding.
you just wandered around the forest going ding 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 ding
Yeah.
ding ding
Yeah.
ding.
Yeah, and then I shit.
How come we haven't seen you play this kalimba?
Kalimba. It's more of like a by myself instrument.
I don't believe him. I think he's lying.
No,
I think this
actually,
whole
he's not
story's a
lying
lie.
because I had to do I did take a telehealth video conference in his
And you
office,
My kalimba's in there.
and his kalimba's in there because I saw it and I was
Wow.
like, and then I went ding 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 ding. I did touch it. I'm sorry.
See,
Yeah.
it's
Wow.
real.
I've
And I was
never
like,
seen
does
your
he know how
kalimba.
to play this?
Not really. I just jam on it.
Wow.
Yeah. Same thing with my hand pan.
What?
Your hand is.
I didn't realize you guys were such musicians.
Why not?
I like to learn how to play like Zelda songs because like dun 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 dun
That
dun
makes
dun
sense.
dun 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 dun. It's like
Yeah.
fun.
And on the hand pan, I go.
What's a hand pan? Is that a
ha-
sexual orientation? What is that?
Oh, funny. I get it now.
What even is that?
It's like it's like this kind of like metal disc kind of thing.
Is it
It's
hollow?
like
Is
hollow
it-
on the inside,
But it's round.
and it's got these steel. It's got these cuts in them that are
You hit it
different
with-
sizes.
You hit it with like a xylophone thing.
You can hit it with a xylophone thing, but you can also hit it with like the bone of your knuckle, which is what I do.
Oh,
So I
do you
go
have one?
boom, boom. Yeah.
Oh, my mom and my brothers got me one of those, and I played it for a little bit, but it was just
Oh.
taking up a lot of space.
You guys
It's
are just
big.
playing instruments
Yeah.
in your free time?
That's when else do you
Yeah.
play instruments?
It was
Only in a band.
it was my pandemic purchase. It was like
Mm.
I was like I need something to do, and so I was like I'm gonna do this. And my plan was to get good at it, and then one day just like show up for like a try not to laugh bit, and then be like,
That would've been sick. What happened?
I didn't get good.
How much did you play it?
I played it. I would play it for like 30 minutes, like
How often?
roughly every day for a while.
Wow.
I feel like you were probably decent then.
But like then I went to like actually look at like lessons, and it was like a totally different way you're supposed to learn.
I think
And I
lessons
was
are
like-
bullshit.
And I was like, I don't want to do lessons, man.
See?
But it would like teach you how to be coordinated to do like different sounds. Where I just like to hit it and make, boom, 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 you know. So it's just yeah.
I think everyone should learn music intuitively for a little bit, just to get an idea of like how they can put their thoughts into the creation element of it all, and then you can go back and learn.
I think
tips
that
and then
could
build upon it.
I think that could develop bad habits though.
But who's decide that they're bad? Who's labeling them as bad?
Well,
Except-
because if you
that's the problem I have with like such formal teaching about crafts that are actually explorative and creative, is that they make it feel like there's a box
Well,
they
He's
have to
going
hide
off.
within.
He's going off.
I think with like painting, I agree with that. But I think like when it comes to like a musical instrument that requires like certain coordination.
But look,
I
it
think it's-
discouraged you and you stopped. You might have continued doing it if you felt like you could have the freedom to explore.
I feel like I reached a limit to which the way I was playing it couldn't have been improved. And I was like, oh, I need to be more coordinated with this. And then when I saw how you're supposed to do it, I was like, oh, that's how they do it.
I think you should explore again.
You should play it with your feet.
That requires a lot of coordination.
Yeah.
He doesn't have coordination in his hand.
And I do feet content. That's Anthony's thing.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
But yeah, Squatty Potty. I honestly like at this point, I don't know if it's just a placebo thing.
Do you use
Squatty
it every time
Potty.
you're here?
Yeah. I
Really?
do. Yeah.
Okay.
If it's there and I'm gonna take a dumpy,
Yeah.
yeah, why not?
I push it in when I walk in. I don't want to use it. so I just kick it.
Why?
I don't poop in this bathroom.
There's a specific poop bathroom?
Yeah, it's in the hidden hallway so that if you like make a stink, it doesn't smell up the lobby.
That's
It's
true.
the kind thing to do.
It won't smell up.
Has anyone ever smelled this bathroom?
I haven't.
there?
I
Smelled,
have.
I haven't smelled Dookie out there.
I have definitely walked past these bathrooms and like smelled
Walked
some
past
stink.
the bathroom.
Past the bathroom. If
No,
you're walking
like, in
past
the
the bathroom,
lobby.
you're just asking to smell.
There have been a few incidents where you're in the lobby and it smells like ass.
No, that's like. I think that's when like we have that one drain in the bathroom.
That is
that
also
needs-
true.
We need to dump a bunch of liquid and soap down.
Does Anthony know about this drain?
So there's a drain in one of the bathrooms that we have to dump like a cleaning solution down every like
And it's like a big amount.
couple weeks or something.
It's like a gallon.
Why?
I don't know because
If we don't, it smells up the whole office.
then the whole office starts to smell.
Is
Dude.
there a
Like
drainage
sewage.
problem? Well, I like how we're fixing a drainage problem by putting more things in the drain.
Yeah, that's how you fix.
It's like if you're
that's
That's
how
what they
fix
told us to
problems.
do.
I guess you're right. If you're choking on food, you should probably eat more food.
What?
Thank you for adding to the misinformation.
You're welcome.
on this podcast.
You're welcome.
Yeah, and that's how you fix problems. You just add to the problem.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, we have to do that. Otherwise, the whole place.
I didn't know that was going on. I didn't know those types of shenanigans were happening here.
It's just one of those things, it's probably some kind of curse that someone bestowed upon the building, and now we just have to do it. It's like the button in Lost.
What?
You just have to press it.
You have to press the button.
And if you don't press the button, you don't want to find out what happened.
There's like a countdown timer,
Got
and
it.
they think the world's gonna end if they don't stop pressing the button.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There is a time when they can't get to the button, right?
I
And it goes down to 0.
I don't know. This is
Oh,
the one
and then it,
show
like-
that you and I obsessively watched.
And then it like actually did.
I think there
fuck
was an
something up.
explosion. I think there was something that was an actual.
Didn't it like
result.
move? Did it move the island?
Wait, is that when Charlie drowned under the water because of the weird flooding thing, and you see him?
No,
Dying?
not Penny's boat.
Oh, that was Penny's boat. Jesus, that show.
Okay, boys, since we're in a bathroom,
Yeah.
I have to ask,
What?
what is the weirdest thing you've ever done in a bathroom?
Can it be in a video?
Could
There's
be
a
in
lot of
video.
weird
What do you
shit we've
mean,
done
can
in
it be in a
videos.
video?
Like,
Like,
can it
was
have
it-
already been documented? Like,
That's kind of boring, though.
it is boring.
Well,
Shot a whole
I
video
want
in the
like
bathroom.
real bathroom stories.
Real bathroom stories.
Well, I already told my story of getting really bad food poisoning and being stuck in a truck stop.
Yeah, we've heard that.
Yeah, on Flashback, you definitely went through that. On the
Yeah.
Stuck in a Toilet episode. So it's another toilet thing.
You guys make a lot of toilet
Yeah.
content.
Well, we are little dirty toilet boys.
That's true.
A lot of
We
toilet.
should sell that shirt.
Dirty little toilet boys.
We're dirty little toilet boys.
Dirty little toilet. Should it be plural or singular? So that
I think it should be boys, like BOIS.
DLTB.
dirty little toilet,
Toilet boys.
Dirty
It's
little
you
toilet
guys.
boys. Should we rename the podcast?
Dirty little
series to
toilet
that?
boys.
Toilet boys.
That's kind of fun.
I don't know. Leave enough comments below, and if we get enough comments, I'm gonna consider it.
Okay.
And we'll have to make all new marketing. It's gonna be great. We get to rename it.
We can do every episode from
Spend
this
a
bathroom.
lot of money.
You ever get a Blumpkin?
I don't know what a Blumpkin is. That is on our agenda. I put Blumpkin ? Anthony will explain.
Hey,
Will
James.
I?
You
Hold
told
on.
me not to Google it,
Hey,
so I've been
James.
waiting.
James, you know what a Blumpkin is? Of course he does. He's a boy.
What's a Blumpkin?
Wait, hold on. No, don't tell her.
Survey.
Wait, Amanda.
Oh my god, we have
do you
an
know what a-
audience
do you
out
know
there.
what a Blumpkin is?
Amanda
Amanda
knows.
knows.
Scott knows what a Blumpkin
Scott knows
is.
what a Blumpkin
Wow.
is.
So there's 5 of us that know what a Blumpkin is and 1 that doesn't.
I feel like we should. Is there anyone else walking out there?
Alex Tran,
Alex Tran.
come here.
Alex Tran.
Quick question.
Quick. Do you know what a? Do you come over here? Actually.
Hi.
Um.
I'll sit with them.
Just squat right there.
Hi.
Okay.
Hi.
Really quick question.
Yeah.
Do you know? And don't say what it is.
Okay.
But do you know what a Blumpkin is?
I'm familiar
Okay.
Okay.
That's it,
with
that's
the
it.
term.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
All right.
There you
Okay, good. That's all
Thank
we wanted
you.
to know.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
This is a great new.
Thank you.
This is really upgraded the set
He
here.
was literally just coming here to shit.
Yeah.
Also, I want to point out we have an audience outside of the bathroom just sitting there watching.
Yeah,
And they
it's kind of
haven't-
the side
and they
effect.
haven't laughed
of-
once.
They have not laughed once.
I think they think they have to be quiet.
No, I think
No, they think they have,
Do better.
they think they have to be quiet.
they just thought we were going to be funnier.
Is the point of this to be funny? I thought it was to talk about toilets and bathrooms because this is very serious to me.
What is a Blumpkin?
I've never had one.
A Blumpkin?
Okay, let's try to describe it and have her guess what it is. Okay.
Have you had one?
No, I mean,
Wait,
let's just try to have a conversation about it.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
And see if she can figure it out.
Okay, let us know when
Okay.
you figure it out.
Okay.
Have you had one?
One time I was on the toilet, and the person that I was seeing at the time, I was like, hey, wouldn't that be funny if you just did it really quick, just so we could say that we did a Blumpkin.
So it's something you do with someone else?
Yes.
Yeah, you don't solo that shit.
I'm so confused.
And like we didn't do it. It was just me
So it's a
making a
funny
joke,
joke.
just to be like, hey, just like for like maybe if you just did it for 1 second, then
Wait.
technically we could say that I got a Blumpkin.
But it's different because were you already halfway done? Your duties?
What?
I don't know if I was actually pooping though,
You
but I
think you
was
were
on the
just-
toilet.
So why were you there?
I guess I probably was pooping,
But then
and they were probably, I don't know, doing makeup or something.
Okay.
I gotta admit
Yeah.
I haven't been like at a point in a relationship where I'm like I'm gonna shit
You didn't
here
poop-
while you're doing
Never-
makeup.
You've never pooped in front of a significant other?
I don't think so. I think the door
Very
might have been.
intimate
I think the
thing.
door might have been open,
Yeah.
like or cracked open, and
Yeah.
not. You know,
I think that's fair not to do. I don't think you should.
I don't think it's a
Shit in front of
requirement
people.
for like
Yeah.
a healthy relationship.
Yeah, no. I don't think you should or you shouldn't.
I have a guess on what a Blumpkin is.
All right, let's hear it.
Originally, based on the word,
We'll tell you if you're getting warm or cold.
this. I have a new guess after your conversation, but my
Alright.
first guess
Yeah.
was like if you were pooping and you were a guy and the poop hit the toilet water and then the water come up and hit,
okay,
your
you're
balls.
getting cold.
I know I'm cold. I'm telling you what my first idea was
Okay.
because I was like, oh,
What's
like
your second idea.
Wait. Isn't there a name for that where like the splash hits your balls?
I thought it was
where the
Blumpkin
balls
because it's like
dip into
the balls
water?
like plumping, you know, like
The
Blumpkin.
balls?
Oh,
dip
they
into the
go
water?
kerplunk.
I would
Yeah.
guess that would be like a tea bag or no, that's not a tea bag.
I think there is a name for it. I'm
When
just
your
not
balls
aware.
hit the water, or the
someone
water,
Urban Dictionary that shit because there is a name for that already.
or the water hits your balls.
Oh, that's true. There's two different questions.
Yeah. Let
Which
us
one
know.
were you thinking? The balls submerge?
When you poop and the water splashes up and hits your balls.
What's that called?
Hey, Tommy, quick question. Do you know what a Blumpkin is? Don't explain what it is. Just tell us yes or no. Do you know what a Blumpkin is?
Yes.
Okay, so my guess. Oh, what is it called?
Wait, is there a name for it when the water splashes up? Poseidon's kiss.
That ever happened to you too? You guys ever been kissed
yeah,
by
definitely,
Poseidon?
Definitely.
Really?
Definitely.
There's been a
Is it a
Poseidon's
ball
kiss.
hitting the water situation or is it a water
No.
hitting the ball?
I think the Poseidon's kiss is when there's a splashback.
Yeah.
Got it.
But there is a name for the submersion. I don't know what that is.
That's wild. You should not have balls that.
I think if you can, that's kind of impressive.
yeah.
Well, also the water might be high.
the water could be high, but
It's pretty high.
I don't know.
There could
if
be
I've
a
ever sat in
very,
toilet with
very
water in
tall
it.
water.
Has that ever happened to you?
I think that the wiener would touch the water before the balls, just to be frank.
Depending on your to ball ratio, yeah.
I feel like every episode we've shot thus far, you guys have talked about your genitals.
It was bound to happen in the
We
toilet
are, we are
episode.
two men in comedy.
It was the toilet episode. We knew this was happening.
Yeah.
There was not a doubt in my head that it would get here on this episode.
So what was your second guess?
Okay, I think a
Blumpkin.
Blumpkin is kind of like the 69 of the bathroom.
Go on.
And it's like when someone's pooping and then like someone else comes and maybe drops a load of some kind.
Oh.
Like you know when
God. What?
like, you know when someone's pooping and like they come over and there's like, oh no.
It's a good thing there's a drain.
Can we get a paper towel?
Wow.
Damn, you really just had an accident while you were talking about Blumpkins?
Let me hold this cord so we don't get electrocuted. Ian, there's a paper towel right behind you.
Oh, yeah. No, Ian wanted them to come in with...
Okay.
Didn't realize that. You thought Blumpkin was when somebody's pooping and the other person comes and poops on the other
It is-
person?
no.
through their legs.
Yeah, because like your legs are, if you're sitting and
Yeah.
you're pooping, there's space.
I think what she's
and then
getting at
maybe
is that
someone
there's
else
room
is like
here.
standing and they're pissing a little. And that's my
see
guess
that.
I
on
think
what
it could be an...
that's my
kinda
guess on a
hot.
It could be
Blumpkin.
an
Like-
interesting experiment. You say that's kind of
Actually,
hot?
that's kind of hot. Like if you have like if you're okay, so say you're pooping right here, right?
Yeah.
your significant other comes face forward,
Yeah.
straddles you.
Okay, I didn't say
Do that.
straddle. I didn't say there was any skin on skin contact.
But I'm saying this would be hot.
Okay, this is your fantasy now. Got it.
And they straddle you
Saying this would be hot.
because there's that little area right there.
Right,
and then
that's
they
what
can
I'm saying.
poop straight through that.
You know what?
And that's what a Blumpkin is
With
to
the
me.
right person,
With the right person.
That's how you know, in my opinion. If
If-
you can do
and,
that,
and you guys could just look at each other.
and you can just start
each other's
kissing.
eyes.
Yeah.
I mean, the kissing might make it too sexual.
Oh, okay.
Like this is
That's
just
the line.
This is I'm talking about intimacy here. I'm not
Yeah.
talking about I'm not talking about erotic things.
Okay, the next intimate question.
Well, hold on.
Do you help
no.
them wipe?
Aaron, you still do not know what a Blumpkin is.
I don't.
do you
Is that
want
not,
to know?
Guess
Am I not
again.
right?
Guess again.
No, you're not right.
I don't know what else it would be.
There's another person. Okay.
There is another person, and one person is sitting on the toilet.
And that person that's sitting has a penis.
It's not. No.
It is. It is. Keep
Go
going.
on.
Wait, go on.
No.
What do you think it is?
We're not violating.
I'm
each other.
scared. I'm
Go on.
scared.
Okay, you don't have to if you don't want to.
I'm going to whisper it.
Okay.
Yeah, because they won't hear
Yeah.
you.
Is it the microphone? Can you two hear me?
Yeah.
Is it when?
hmm
Is it a?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a Blumpkin.
Yeah, it is.
Before or after? So there's poop in the bowl.
There might be.
During.
I think it's probably. I think there probably is. I haven't looked up the rules though.
Yeah, I haven't looked up rules. I think as long as
I
you're
just got
sit-
sick.
I think as long as you're sitting, as long
No.
as you're sitting on the toilet, like I'm guessing it would happen throughout the course of the movement.
In my. Oh God.
I just feel like
In my head, there might have been something there, but it stopped. But that's too much. That's getting too close.
I just feel bad. I feel so bad for the person that is giving because they would have to be breathing through their nose, right?
did we?
And
Did
they're
you?
too close.
Did you?
I don't-
Hold on. Like 10 minutes ago, did you say?
Yeah.
No.
We didn't do it, Erin.
We
That
have
would be
got
gross.
to know less about each other. We have got. I'm crying. I've learned too much today.
We didn't do it, Erin.
Did you not say you did?
No, I said it. I suggested it as a joke.
Okay. Oh my god, that was so scary. I'm crying.
It is kind of scary.
That moment when you find out your boss did a Blumpkin. No,
No!
I would never.
I'm actually crying.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I'd be crying too if I was over there. I want to cry, but I don't know how to get it out right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have a tear on your cheek.
I feel it, yeah.
You were saying that we've never seen you cry. This is the first time I've seen you
Oh,
cry.
that's the first
And it's about you imagining me getting a Blumpkin. That's fucked up.
That's super messed up.
That's so messed up, Aaron.
That's wrong.
Why would you even think of that?
You said it. You guys brought it up.
You have a tear that's rolling down your lip.
Is that why that's here now?
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing what a Blumpkin
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm happy to do the service.
is. This is something people enjoy experiencing.
I don't know if people enjoyed it or if it's just.
I think it's just one of those things, like,
okay.
like Dutch oven.
or an upper decker.
Yeah, an upper decker.
Or
An upper decker's funny.
What is that?
Upper decker is it's upper decker.
It's where you shit in this top part.
We shit in the top part.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be sexual.
No, it's not sexual.
Thank
It's
God.
just like a funny prank to play on your friends.
So that when
Oh,
they
that's so
flush, there's
funny.
always more shit.
There's just always
We should do that here.
ooh, Amanda,
What?
experiment.
I think we need to move on.
What if we do it in the shit bathroom? In the
Yeah,
bathroom
that's
everyone
fine.
shits in?
That's fine.
I am curious to know, like, what it does.
Like for an science experiment?
Like, are there like fragments that like flow into the?
I think so. Yeah.
Do you know how they have waist trainers for your waist to like make your waist small?
What is it? Does that work?
Where are you going with this?
Does that work?
Where are you going?
Oh, do you want to make your feet smaller?
Do you think they have it for balls?
What do you need to change about balls?
Are your balls too big, Ian?
No, because I'm
Stop.
thinking right now. No, I'm not going to talk about my balls, but I will say that these jeans I'm wearing are very tight in the crotch area, and I feel like this must be what it feels like to wear waist trainers, but
Okay,
on my testicles.
wait. If your balls could be any shape, which shape would you want them to be?
Pyramid.
That's an
Pyramid.
excellent question.
Pyramid.
A pyramid?
Pyramids.
I want
Which
mine to be
tip at the
first
top or
down.
bottom?
Tip at the top.
Okay.
I want mine
would-
to be. I want mine to be 2 sheets of paper.
What? Where would the sperm go?
That's for my balls to figure out.
So you want like thin.
Yeah, and that way it could drop
One-dimensional.
That way it could drop down each side of these pants.
Very comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would want like a star. That'd be pretty cool.
Or it'd be even cooler if like your testicles were like those party things that go
Ooh, that would be
blown.
cool.
So like rolls out and then rolls back in.
Would be so different.
Yes. Yes.
I
they
can say
would.
that. You taught me what a Blumpkin was. I can say that.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Because like when you're giving, okay.
Yeah, like when you
and it
blow
goes,
on it.
because you blow on it. Traditionally, with a
The balls would like undo.
look, I don't know. You're the expert here, Erin.
On what?
You're the expert.
At what, Ian?
Moving on.
Okay, so we've learned what the weirdest thing Ian did in a bathroom was a Blumpkin. Anthony, what what's the weirdest thing you've done, Anthony?
Lizzie's gonna hate having to like audit this video and be like, Lizzie, is this part monetizable? Is this part monetizable?
Weird. I just feel like the things I've done in the bathroom are pretty normal.
Let's hear. We'll be the judge
Shit.
of that.
Piss, vomit, do my hair, shower, shave pubes.
Okay.
Shave.
There have been instances.
As opposed to what?
Trim.
Okay.
That's all I'll say.
It's a dangerous game. It's a dangerous game sometimes.
Depends on the tools
It's
you're
a dangerous
using.
game we play. What's the weirdest bathroom you've been in? Actually, I think that's a good.
That is a good question. That's a good question.
You've been in some weird bathrooms, I'm sure. A weird bathroom that I went into was in Australia. They had this urinal that. So like imagine like there was this like cement block on like in the middle of the bathroom, right? And there's 3 little like cutouts, and the cement block goes up to like when you're standing, it goes up to like waist height,
Okay.
and 3 people can use this thing at the same time.
Oh, so you're all face to face.
So you're all facing each other, and you're all peeing
No.
you don't see the person's junk.
But you see their face as they're peeing.
Yeah, and also it was like in this like really tall building, and it was floor to ceiling window.
Oh, in the bathroom?
Yup.
Who's on the other side of the window?
Sky.
Oh, well, that's not that weird.
And there's like buildings far away, and I'm assuming there's like a tent on the window.
Yeah. So I think
But
the
it
weirder
is-
part was staring at the people in their face around this monolith.
Yeah.
While
yeah,
your dick's in your
that
hand.
too. But also like it's weird having a floor to ceiling window,
Yeah.
like, and you're peeing and just like looking out across Melbourne.
I think the troughs are a little bit weird, but not that weird.
Oh, there's
Like
a lot of
metal troughs.
There were so many of those in Australia, actually.
Like the urinal troughs?
yeah, the troughs. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
So like
it's the job done, but
it's just like a giant like tub.
Yeah.
That
and you
everyone
all
just
just piss in it.
piss
Mhm.
into. Yeah.
I've seen those because when I ice skated, we would go to like ice rinks and like the hockey players would pee in those, and we would use the same bathrooms.
Gotcha.
Not while the hockey players were in there,
Sure.
because we were children. But
And they put ice.
yeah,
why do they put ice in there? Just to make it not splash as much?
No, I think is it a smell thing?
I think it's just I think
Ice
it's a
makes it smell
thing. I
less?
think so.
James, do you know? Amanda, do you know why they put ice in a urinal?
Why don't we put ice in here then?
That's not a urinal.
Yeah, do you know?
That's kind of what I thought. I didn't think it was for any real reason.
No, I've seen
No,
like
it's like a-
workers dump ice. It's
Yeah, they
intentional.
dump. It's a smell thing.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Oh,
Wait. Real quick. Do you two know what a? I'm sorry. This is for content. Don't tell Nate.
Don't tell Nate.
Do you know what a Blumpkin is? Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay. So everyone so far knows what a Blumpkin.
I know what it is now.
now you do.
Now you do.
But you had to be informed.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Got it.
You're welcome.
I feel educated.
Anyway, Do you have another question on that sheet of yours?
Do you guys ever get the travel shits?
The travel shits, is that where you know that you have to travel so you have to shit?
No, it's like it's sometimes when you travel, either you get like super backed up or you get super runny, and I'm just curious if you guys ever experience that when you travel. I thought this was a universal experience.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I mean, I
think the only thing that messes me up is I'll be eating other foods than I'm used to. Like I kind of have a Rolodex of foods that I'm used to eating when I'm at home. But when I'm traveling, it's other stuff. So it could kind of mess it up a little bit, but not really like to any degree.
Yeah, I mean my my bowel movements are all over the place, so
Okay.
Hopefully in the toilet.
we'll see.
Do you need to swap with me real quick?
Maybe.
Let me know. Tap me on the shoulder. I'll know what.
I'll tell you, go, Anthony, I need to poopy.
Yeah, we'll swap then.
Anthony,
I hate
need to
this.
poopy.
If you say that, I'm just.
I hated that.
I'm leaving Smosh if you say
Oh no.
that.
All right, so I also got a very interesting topic from Anthony that he was dying to talk about today.
Was I dying to talk
Somebody
about
that
it?
you went to their house and they died?
Close.
You do have a tendency to kind of contribute to the death of people.
Yes.
Speaking
You're
of,
excited about that?
I mean, it's crazy.
It's like you're a human death note.
because even today,
Yep.
I'm forgetting his name,
Morgan
but Super Size
Spurlock.
Me guy. Yeah.
Mhm.
Do you feel slightly responsible for that?
So after you talk about a celebrity, they die. Is that what happens?
He did it with OJ. He did it with Super Size Me guy.
Morgan Spurlock.
Billy Mays.
Billy Mays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you didn't play Morgan Spurlock as like a character.
I did.
Or do
I
a
did.
joke.
No,
on
I
it.
just saw some stuff about Twitter. I saw some stuff about him on Twitter, and then I told her that he directed the One Direction music documentary.
Which is incredible.
And then he
Check it
died
out.
how many days later after you said that to her?
That was like maybe 2 days ago
So he
when
died
you sent it
2
to
days afterward.
Maybe
that was like
3.
a week. That was like a week ago.
And then I
It's
posted a
relative.
picture of you wearing a shirt that says "Drink apple juice, OJ will kill you," and then OJ
Died
The
like,
died
next
the next
day.
day.
the next day.
Yeah. And then we did a sketch where you played Billy Mays, like this was 2009.
Yeah.
And then he died like a couple days later as well.
You've got
Yeah.
some powers.
Ian, when you're involved, a celebrity's going.
Who's next? Who do you feel is going to go next?
We got to be careful with what celebrities
You gotta
we
be very
Mm-hmm.
careful. Very careful.
Would you ever intentionally?
Kill a
Kill a
celebrity?
No.
Are you gonna send this shit to the FBI? Is this
No.
why we're in here?
Like maybe, just play them and be like, we'll see what happens.
Oh,
Yeah, how many evil celebrities do you want to play?
I mean, gosh, I don't know how we'd fit. I don't know how we do like a sketch about Dr. Oz. But if we can find some way to talk about Dr. Oz, not that I'm saying like we're gonna kill him.
Jesus Christ.
Of course not. So today, Anthony would like to talk about pelvic floor strengthening.
That's funny you bring that up because I only wrote that down because Ian talked to me about it. So this is another Ian subject.
No.
Ian, you mentioned
What do
pelvic
you
floor
guys know
strengthening
about
to me at
pelvic
some point.
floor
Well, Amanda
strengthening?
mentioned pelvic floor strengthening to me.
And then you mentioned that she mentioned it
So
to you.
Yeah.
to
this
me.
wasn't either of yours idea.
No, but I wanted to
No.
hear more about it from Ian because
I don't
Ian
know
started
anything.
talking.
I don't know anything more about it.
Then why did you
All I
put
know
it
is
on the
that, like,
list?
Because I wanted to learn about it from Ian. I
I
thought
didn't
Ian
learn
knew
anything
something
more.
about pelvic floor strengthening.
No, I don't know anything more about it.
Is it like Kegels?
Different.
I don't know. It's different.
So what does the pelvic floor strengthening do for you?
I don't know, but in Pilates, they do mention the pelvic floor a lot. I think it's like
important.
here.
It's there?
I think it's like when you go like this or this.
I thought it was when you learned to pull up your sphincter.
What? No, that's a Kegel.
Is it?
Right?
Is that? That's not a pelvic floor strengthening exercise?
Is pelvic floor inside or outside?
I think it's inside.
It's
Oh,
definitely
then
inside.
this is. Then why do they have us working on it in Pilates?
Well, probably because
I think I'm
it makes
clenching
you
the wrong
stronger.
muscles in Pilates.
Yeah, you're
Like if
like
you-
you're flexing your abs.
Yeah.
You're like, my abs is at my pelvic floor?
Pilates wants you to have that gorilla grip.
That's
Yeah.
so true.
No, it's true.
I didn't even know. I've been doing it wrong.
Pilates will give you that gorilla grip.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Made by Joe Pilates.
That's true.
Master of the gorilla grip.
Well, I guess you guys can't talk about pelvic floor strengthening because
No.
I guess we can't.
Why are you trying to steal my topics?
I wanted you to tell me about it. I want to hear about
She
your
asked you for topics, so you gave her topics to have me.
You're
talk
no
about.
better.
Yeah.
You don't even know about it, Ian. You heard Amanda talk about
I
it.
heard a man talk about it. I was like, that's very
Do you
interesting.
guys have like original thoughts?
No.
No. Are you kidding me?
No.
Okay, hold on. Let me think of an original thought. Wait.
Tell
let's
me
hear
about
this
it. Oh, yeah?
We don't. When's the last time you saw an earthworm?
That's not a thought. That's a
That's
question.
a question.
But there's a
Actually,
thought there.
last Tuesday.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
I was walking down Ventura and I was like, "Whoa, a worm!" And because in my mind I was like, "I haven't seen a
Whoa, a worm!
Wait,
No,
question.
but that's
though.
real though. That's
no,
real,
because
though.
I hadn't seen a worm in so long."
I was going to say, quick question. Why do I feel like I'm not seeing worms anymore?
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. All right, look, that's
We
not
don't
an
go-
original
we
thought.
don't go
I did
outside
see-
that
I did
much,
see
though.
somebody mention that.
Oh, someone else
Ian.
mentioned that?
But I've been thinking about that. I've been thinking about the fact that we don't really see. All right, think about how many bugs you used to see. I feel like
That's
I feel like
true.
you don't just like. I feel like, and I know this is like city. This is.
I was going to
city
say, I
take,
think it's because we're in LA now.
but like there should still be bugs.
There should be.
No,
Think
there's
about
a
when you
mass
were growing up.
extinction.
How many worms did you see? I saw so
Yeah, but
many worms.
I
we
saw
didn't
so-
live in LA when we were growing
But we
up.
did live in a city.
I think up in Sacramento there are still plenty of worms crawling around.
I think also we don't go outside very often. I think if we went outside,
I'm outside.
and
How
looked,
dare you?
how often?
But like after
Every day.
like after a rainy moment. Well, sure, but I feel like I'd be walking to school or something.
Could
and see
we
them out
get
in the
some
early
worms?
morning.
Could we get some office worms?
You want to plant worms?
Aaron,
wanna plant
we
them.
do not trust you with any animal.
Do we? Oh, you took
Other
down the
bathroom.
memorial.
No, Shania's memorial's in the other bathroom.
Okay,
'Cause
so
that's
we
where we
know what
flushed
happens
her.
to animals that you try to tend to.
But a worm, I can keep a worm alive.
Really, you thought you could
I
keep a
doubt
goldfish
it.
alive too?
Yeah.
Would you guys love me more if I kept a worm alive?
I would love you more if you could keep a.
Aww.
Yeah, I would.
I think the
That's huge.
worm would be better off in its natural habitat.
Where would you keep this worm alive
In
anyway?
a tank. I'd get a little tank. Courtney had a pet worm for a hot minute, I'm
No, it
pretty
was
sure.
a roly poly.
Oh, you're right. That's so much
And
cooler.
I don't know what the hell happened to that roly poly.
It definitely died.
She
No,
put a
I
bunch
think-
of dirt in like a little
Yeah.
container,
And she sprayed it.
and she sprayed it. And
Yeah,
never
it was like
saw
a
the
full-on
roly-poly
habitat.
again.
No, I think she took it home.
It's probably
And
thriving.
it lived a healthy life.
Probably huge now.
Yeah.
Okay, this is all right. Here's an original thought. Okay, right.
Okay.
Ready for this? And
Yeah.
I'd mentioned this before, but it is my thought. It is
Okay.
my original thought.
Okay.
Do you think we would crush roly polies more often if they didn't have such a cute name?
100%.
Yes,
I crushed a lot of roly polies in my day. I didn't give a about the name.
What?
that's kind of gross because
Hold
they
on.
pop.
Ew!
They
What
do.
the? Why would you crush a roly poly?
I was a messed up child.
Also, they're so harmless. They roll up into a ball, and you can't
They're
see
so freaking
any
cute.
of their gross insecty nature.
They're like, oh no, and they roll into like a little ball, and you're like, and
Yeah.
you're like I would flick them and watch them roll around.
yeah,
They were fun
But-
to squish. You know what
That's
else is
so
fun to
f***ed
squish?
up.
You know what else is fun to squish? Lightning bugs.
Stop,
Because then you can draw with their.
Aaron. You
you
should
can
be
draw
on a
with
list.
their goo.
Aaron, you
it's
should
not
be
goo.
on.
It's not
a
goo. It's almost like a
list.
crayon. And
You
can-
use lightning bugs as crayons.
Everyone did it.
I know this is pre-serial killer. shit.
Everyone did it.
You know,
No, I don't think they
I
did.
don't think everyone
Aaron.
did that. I've heard about people picking up
Amanda, did you grew up around lightning bugs? Did you crush lightning bugs?
and draw with their guts.
That's
Listen.
a negative.
Scott did.
Scott did, but he's a
Okay.
boy.
And he's
That's
from
a
the
boy.
Midwest. And he's from the Midwest.
Scott, hey Scott, have you murdered people?
He's not
Okay,
gonna.
not yet. Okay, so it's pre-serial killer vibes.
I haven't murdered any people, but I have murdered. Unfortunately, I've not on purpose. Accidentally, I've murdered a lot of fish. Shania was not the only one.
Did you use her guts to draw like a crayon?
No. I gave her a beautiful funeral and I sent her off.
True, we
to
So
the
you
sea.
saw this beautiful lightning bug, like a miracle of the sky.
Everyone does it. Me and my sibling. My
Shut the
mom.
up.
My
Hold
mom
on.
taught me how.
Your mom taught you. She's like, this
She-
is how you
Yes.
massacre.
This is what's called a cycle of violence.
You're like,
Aaron.
your mom sits you down and says, I'm going to teach you how to
Yes.
murder this creature.
No, she
and
goes,
you
"Do you
said,
wanna
let's
see
go
something
ahead
cool?"
and continue this tradition of smashing the miracle of the sky into paste
They don't.
for our enjoyment.
I wouldn't do it now. Now that I like respect life.
You've matured. You respect life now?
I respect life now.
That is a big moment.
Thank you.
That is
but
a
as a
big
kid,
moment.
it was cool because you could draw with them on the ground, like jog.
I mean, it sounds kind of cool.
I'm gonna get people are gonna hate on me.
It sounds kind of cool, to be honest.
It does
is.
sound. How long would like it last?
Not you don't have much to work with.
So you'd have to kill a lot? Would you draw
Yeah.
murals with this? What would you
I
draw?
was just running around with a mallet. We gotta draw my face.
You do self-portraits?
Yeah,
Okay,
I
so
did Van Gogh's Night Sky. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
that would actually
That's what I did.
That
with,
would be very
with,
pretty.
Starry
thank
Night?
You.
Starry
Starry
Night.
Night. Maybe that's
Yeah,
what it's
yeah.
called. Yeah.
I've heard about people picking up snails and throwing them in the street. I have heard
Oh.
about that.
That's
My
sad.
mom would. I remember my mom would tell me she would hit him with baseball bats.
What?
Snails?
into the fence. Yeah.
They're so small.
That's more violent than the lightning bug for some reason.
100%.
But snails are pests.
Are they really?
Yeah, they're garden pests.
So you can murder them in cold blood?
If
Well, what do
you're-
lightning bugs even do?
They look awesome and
But they serve
make
no
you-
purpose.
They make you ponder about the wonders of the world.
So
They
can
make
drawing
you
with their
pause.
guts.
They make you pause and appreciate the miracle of life.
Couldn't a snail
Erin.
do that as well?
Yeah, what's
No.
snails
A
deserve to
snail
live.
leaves a gross, icky trail. Eats
You do
your-
too.
I leave gross trails.
Sometimes you have.
Gross, icky trails.
You have.
You shut up. Snails are gross. Lightning bugs are beautiful. You should
Okay.
be so. You should be so lucky to see them. I did not grow up around lightning bugs.
Listen, if you come to Chicago, I'll show you how to have fun with
I
lightning
am
bugs.
coming to Chicago.
Perfect place. They have so many lightning bugs.
And it's gonna be
In the
summer.
summer?
Yeah.
Tell me you won't be tempted.
I get to see the lightning bug.
Tell me you will not be tempted to draw with them now.
I will not crush a single one.
We'll see.
I've never seen a lightning bug.
What do you mean? Like I'm gonna get the desire to kill the moment I see them?
In the back of
They
your mind.
must be smashed.
I've never seen. I think I've seen a flicker or two from a lightning bug, but never more than that.
Yeah, they just flicker.
But I've never.
They're hard to catch. It's fun to catch them. Like, that's
And
half the
smash
fun.
'em?
Yeah. Listen, there's not much to do in the Midwest, okay? It was either that or go to Walmart.
I'll give you that.
Go to Walmart or kill.
I'll give you
Kill
that.
lightning
Go
bugs.
to Walmart or kill are your two options.
I mean,
Yes.
it's the common American choice. It's
Or
really,
sometimes
they-
you go to
the
Walmart to
Americans-
get things. To
That's
kill.
true.
It's true.
That is true.
That's
Yeah.
true.
They had lightning bug traps there.
Really?
Traps.
Like little
Nets?
what's the word? Like
Nets.
homes? Like bug homes? What's that word?
Bug homes, terrariums.
Bug home.
That word.
So,
Hey Walmart, can I get a bug home? You got one of them bug homes in here?
and then you could get guns to shoot them.
You can get guns
shoot
at
'em while
Walmart.
they're in the terrarium.
Yep.
Pa, pa. Like shooting lightning bugs in a terrarium, as
Yep.
they say in the Midwest.
Yep.
That phrase is all too common.
Mm-hmm.
Do other countries have lightning bugs, or is it just the U.S.?
No idea.
They gotta have them somewhere else.
Gotta.
The U.S. wasn't blessed with much.
Let's see.
Actually, the U.S. was blessed with.
The U.S. was blessed with a lot.
They've got a lot of national parks, a lot
Like-
of pretty animals, got squirrels.
They're in every continent except Antarctica.
Oh, Santa.
Antarctica. He's up in the North Pole, motherfucker.
Is that not
It's the
Antarctica?
Santa
That's in
vacation.
the South.
Does Santa vacation in the South? Is that
What?
Yeah, he's in the North Pole, not the South.
Aaron.
Wait, where's Antarctica?
No.
Shut up.
Aaron.
Antarctica's
Shut up.
the lowest
Aaron.
the continent.
No, it's not. Is it really?
Yes.
Wait. Okay, hold on.
You're lying.
No.
This is what podcasts are so great for, because you just
I gotta look
find
at a map.
these like strange pockets of like knowledge that
And
people
you
have.
out them.
So wait.
and shame
So
them.
what don't you know?
Where Antarctica is.
It's in the South.
I thought it was in the north.
No.
Jesus.
I feel
Christ.
That's Canada.
Stop. No. Has this always been the case?
What do you mean? Has it always been the case? You think they
No,
I'm
changed where
not even-
Antarctica is?
In the 70s, Antarctica was in the north. She's right. It changed.
I'm
Yeah.
not even joking. I thought Antarctica was in the north.
Well, during Pangea,
You know
it
what
was a
it
little
is.
bit vague.
True. You know what it is?
What?
When we turned on the large hadron collider and we collided the particles, Antarctica flipped. Yeah.
Yeah.
So where's the North Pole? Is that its own entity or is it not real?
What do you mean is it its own entity? It's the North Pole.
I thought, let me look at the map again.
Do you think it is not a landmass?
The North Pole?
Is it a concept?
It is a sheet of ice that
But it physically exists.
But there is
Well,
a landmass in our
you can-
Antarctica. In our,
yeah, and our Antarctica is a landmass.
Yeah.
Okay, in my defense, the Arctic Ocean is north. It would make sense that Antarctica would be in
Okay.
the Arctic Ocean. It's in the Southern Sea.
All right, the name was confusing. You forgot there was an ant attached.
Arctic is in Antarctica.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. Let me see where the North Pole is.
Do you want to look up the root word of ant?
The root word of ant?
Is it south?
Yeah.
Did you know the North Pole, there's not actually a pole? Did you know that?
I do now.
Did you know that it's
In the Santa Claus movie, there is.
is that where you get your information about geography?
And in the Santa Claus movie, did they say location Antarctica?
Yeah, but they don't say if it's north or south.
Russia put a pole
Ha!
in the North
Russia put a
Pole?
pole?
Take that.
They did that? Does it have a little spiral? Like a Christmassy
That is
candy
cool,
cane?
though.
Also, fact check. The root word ant implies an act or condition of, and someone who is inclined to.
Someone who's inclined to
That's not-
Arctica.
That's not a direction.
Someone who's inclined to Arctica.
That was just a guess.
Anyway, I learned a lot.
This is a very informational podcast. I think people didn't realize when they clicked on this video they were going to learn a lot about everything. Everything.
So where's the South Pole? Is that just Antarctica?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's huge.
He is.
Literally.
It's very big.
That's crazy.
He is.
Okay. Well,
Now you know.
but then what? Never mind.
No, ask.
I was going to be like, why do they act like Canadians are so close to Santa? But that's different.
Because
It's
that's the North Pole.
It's different.
That's
I
the
move
North
on.
Pole,
Move
yeah.
on.
How long have you thought Santa was in?
I failed
Antarctica.
U.S. geography.
There's a lot of states.
That's also not the U.S.
Yeah.
It makes sense why you didn't learn about the North Pole in your North American
I
geography.
feel like I've.
I was
spoken
waiting
up.
for the curtain to come. Yeah.
I guess the North Pole could be considered part of North America as it's like on the tip.
Is the North Pole in North America?
The North Pole is in the ocean.
Yeah, but it's like it looks like it's connected because of the ice sheet.
I don't
North
know what
Pole
we're
is
talking about
in the
anymore.
ocean.
It's straight up in the middle of the ocean.
It is
It's
not,
not
connected to a landmass.
But is it ice?
Yes.
Can you walk on it?
At certain times of the year.
Yeah.
Speaking of ice,
Eventually,
You won't.
yeah, you won't.
Eventually
in
you'll
the
have to
summer.
swim.
In the summer, yeah.
speaking of ice,
Yeah, what's up?
it wouldn't be lunchtime with Smosh without some food. Can we fly in the ice cream?
Ice cream.
Ice cream?
Ice cream.
Haven't you always wanted to eat ice cream in a bathroom?
Yeah.
As long as it's brown.
Yep.
It is.
It's like dookie.
Yeah, ever since I saw a video
Yep.
on the internet when I was younger,
Yep.
I got really hungry for ice cream when it was only brown.
I got really hungry for ice cream whenever I heard do 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 boo do 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 do.
I would always close my eyes at that part.
Do bleep bleep bleep.
Is this what your ice cream truck sounded like?
Blue blue.
And there was ice cream involved.
Blue blue.
I don't know what you guys are doing.
Bleep bloop.
I would never get that far. Actually,
is
I would
that?
hear that much, but I wouldn't see that much.
What is that?
I've never watched it actually.
What is that?
It's Two Girls, One Cup.
I was gonna guess that.
It is Two Girls, One Cup.
It is like crazy that they had that music playing. Like
Yeah.
it's this very like who sat there? Who was the editor? Who was the editor of Two Girls, One Cup?
Well, also my question is, I've never heard that song elsewhere. Was it?
Yeah.
Was it made just for Two Girls, One
Dude,
Cup?
an original score?
Who's credited as the sound designer?
Dude.
That's true. I'm gonna have to go look up who the sound
John
designer
Williams.
is. When he's not doing Star Wars, he's doing Two Girls, One
Like,
Cup.
do you think that composer is like proud that his
Why not?
music-
I don't know. I wonder if there's an interview with him.
What do you think he's doing now?
Probably still composing. I think he's probably taking any job he can get. He's like really happy.
Do you think we
and
could get
passionate.
him
Probably
for this episode?
I think so. Yeah. Should he
Ooh.
score an original song for
Yeah.
us?
I mean, there has to be a composer. There has to be a composer or a producer, somebody that actually put that track together.
Right.
Do you think you can be a composer specifically for porn?
Yeah.
I think it'd be pretty easy.
I just feel like you wouldn't
Does that
get paid
exist?
much. I feel like you wouldn't get paid much because
Definitely.
people don't care about that as much. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh my.
Whose is this for?
That's,
These are going to be for both of you. They're both gluten-free and vegan.
oh, hell yeah.
Oh hell yeah!
Go for it, Ian. You got a double scoop?
You want the first one?
No, that's yours. That feels like it's.
share
It
this
feels
one?
like it's yours.
Another comment.
Feels like it's yours to
Okay.
me.
Okay, question. What do you think it would be called if you were receiving a Blumpkin while also eating ice cream?
Blumpkins and cream
Ooh, that's good. That's good.
with like an N and an apostrophe.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
That could be your guys' next song.
I don't know why.
Get Young Gravy on that
Sorry,
track.
like-
Blumpkins and cream
Pretty
with young
good.
gravy.
It's pretty good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, I'll keep this here. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you guys with chocolate?
I like chocolate.
I'm not
Oh,
a chocolate
I thought
ice
you were
cream
using
person.
that word very differently. I don't really like chocolate stuff that much.
I don't either.
Now I know why.
Is it not good?
This
Well,
one's like, this is a oat milk.
Yeah.
I will say though, there's this. Oh my god, there's this. I think it's almond milk. It's made by So Delicious, and it's a caramel crunch
Oh, wait, is it the ice cream or is it the bar?
ice cream.
Oh, does it have the little chunks of the
It's
like
got
hardened
it's
chocolate in
got
it?
Chunks of the chocolate. It's got chunks of the. It's got like swirls of the caramel. I'm telling you, it is some of the best ice cream. Like not even like non-dairy ice cream. Like it is some of the best ice cream that you find. It is insane. This is Oatly,
Not that good?
not that good. They should just stick to oat milk.
All right, we got about 10 minutes left, so I think this would be a perfect time to answer some fan questions.
Let's do it.
Do you want to sing a little jingle?
Where'd you get these questions again?
YouTube.
Finding
Finding YouTube questions, finding YouTube questions.
Beautiful. Okay, so this one comes from @ElliotIsCool. Do y'all wipe or let it crust?
Oh,
What the
He wants to know.
I let it crust, duh.
For how long? How many days?
I'm sorry, what the are you talking about? Do you wipe your ass?
Yeah, or let it
yeah.
crust.
I let it crust and then peel it off.
Oh, so it's kind of like candle wax where it's easier
Yeah,
to let
yeah,
it
yeah.
dry first.
Yeah, I let it dry. I go out into the sun and I spread my cheeks, dry it off.
Dude,
It's like jerky. Sorry, this is so.
I tried to get it. I bought a bidet.
Oh, congratulations.
Can't install it in my place
What? Why?
because they don't have a water shutoff valve. And I emailed maintenance and they said that's a modification to the plumbing.
That's crazy.
And I can't give you any advice to do that. I'd recommend not doing it. People have done it here and it's flooded their place before. Don't
That's
do
crazy.
it. Stupid.
You could bring it here. We could have bidets at Smosh.
Yeah, I think some people are uncomfortable by the notion of having their ass sprayed.
I get
by
that.
somebody that sprayed.
I've never used one. I'm kind of scared.
It is great. Oh man,
I know.
get a good one too.
Not a good one. I don't know what good means. It wasn't like a whole setup though. It was just a spray. It wasn't the toilet seat warmer and all the
Oh,
other
okay,
bullshit.
gotcha.
I think that's just unnecessary.
You say that now. But
My toilet seat doesn't get very cold
What does that have to do with it?
because the bidet that he was talking about has like a custom seat warmer and all
got
that
it.
stuff.
yeah,
Got it.
pretty great.
Yeah.
That sucks.
I know. I
Sorry.
tried.
Damn.
Yeah. I might like do a thing where I just quickly unscrew the thing and put my thumb over it.
No. That's some like Mr. Bean level shit. Like, you
I'm
go-
like, and I'm trying to do the rest. With
and
my
then it comes out of your nose. Like a cartoon. And you plug your nose and it comes out of your mouth.
if I had more courage, I would.
What was the question?
Do y'all let it wipe or let it crust?
What in the actual hell is this?
I
Who is
spray.
letting it crust?
I spray.
You spray
Yep.
with what?
The bidet.
Oh, got it.
Oh, Ian's got one. Yeah.
And it's got a little fan on it. And then it goes.
So did you wait till it dries?
It doesn't like fully dry.
So you got to wipe a little.
So I still have to wipe a little bit, but not as much.
You guys a wet wipe kind of guy or just toilet paper?
You can't flush.
Actually, they sell flushable
still
wet
No,
wipes. Yes, they do.
No,
Yes,
no.
they do.
They
You can
say
still
flushable, but they are not flushable. We don't need to go over this.
No, they sell ones that are specifically made
They-
for it, and they
yes.
disintegrate in your hand
What?
What?
because they're so flushable.
Okay, maybe those ones, but a lot of the flushable wipes are not actually flushable. They say they're flushable.
That makes sense.
You
They're
can
not
toss it away. You don't gotta flush them.
I don't want poopy. I mean, like, look, like plenty of people do that, and in
You
other
do
do.
that? Nice, bro.
and in other countries where you can't flush your toilet paper, you have a little basket and you throw the toilet.
And
paper
on
in there.
RVs.
What?
Isn't there a?
On RVs, you can't flush the toilet paper.
But isn't there a
You go
constant
poo.
like scent
Always
lingering?
I don't know. You have a little lid. You have a
Yeah,
lid
like
on
that
it.
one right by your foot.
Is that what that's for?
That's that's full
I
of
thought that was
shit.
the tampon.
It is.
It,
But you don't smell those.
until it accidentally opens because it's so sensitive.
Yeah.
You barely touch it and the
know,
thing
and it
flings the
pops
scent open.
Come on.
Anyway,
So you guys are a wipe or spray type of guy, you'd say. No crusting over here.
haven't experimented with that one yet.
We're not,
I think
we're not the crusty
I
crew.
think in my
Okay.
later life I might start to experiment.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, next question is from at Risa Riceball 1157. How did you overcome the milk fanfic trauma?
Haven't.
Haven't.
It's still there.
Yeah.
I don't think I know the milk fanfic.
You don't need to.
Okay.
Actually,
we've
I
learned
think it's originally a One Direction fan.
Oh, it is a One Direction fanfic originally.
You should read it.
what's the premise?
Milk.
Read it.
What does milk have to do?
Just write One Direction milk
Milk
fanfic.
fanfic. Yeah,
on
you'll find
Google,
it.
and you'll read it.
And it's already got built-in
Okay.
like things that you're interested in. I think you'll really enjoy it.
It might be firewalled on the company's internet.
How would you feel if your milk fanfic became a movie? Because they've done that with some Harry Styles fanfics. There's about 5 movies right now based
Well, if
off
you
of
knew
Harry
the
Styles
content of
You
the milk
have
fanfic,
no idea.
if you knew the content of the milk fanfic, you might not be asking this question.
Would you guys audition?
Yeah.
No.
I'm gonna read it tonight.
It's your funeral.
I'll audition for it. I'm never gonna do another audition again in my life. But if the milk fanfic's coming to life,
You're auditioning.
Actually,
you're there.
I have a
Yeah.
great idea. And
What?
by the way, don't read the milk fan. It's honestly not worth.
yeah, don't read it. It's not even good.
But when you read it tonight, can you please record yourself reacting to it,
Of
and
course.
then we'll add it to this.
Okay.
Okay.
If I remember, I'm gonna spend my Friday night doing that for you guys.
Great Friday night.
For you guys.
Yeah.
We know you're not going anywhere.
Okay. It's true. I don't have plans tonight.
Going nowhere fast. Didn't you wear a shirt yesterday that said "Going nowhere fast"?
No. Different girl.
Damn.
Ian,
Thought it was you.
Yeah.
you looked at me when that whole comb was in your mouth.
Do you want mine? You seem pretty into it.
For those listening,
God.
Ian just shoved the entire ice cream cone in his mouth and chewed it while maintaining eye contact.
This looks like a food battle outtake. This is exactly how you look before shooting each of the food battle scenes where you had to shove the in your mouth.
Oh, my teeth are sensitive.
That post-cone sensitivity.
Okay, next question. Comes from at Hearts by Aurora. What's something a cast or crew member did off camera that had you like shocked face emoji is what they put.
Just a shock.
Just had you like, whoa. That's crazy.
Whoa.
Off camera.
I think I made that. Actually, I didn't make that face when Courtney and Shane told me that they were engaged. I was just like, oh, good. Congrats for you.
Yeah, and you came in kind of late to that news.
They told me during the hide and seek video that we shot
That's really funny.
like 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago or something. Yeah.
What, Ian? I don't know what you're about to say.
You're probably gonna cut this out.
Is it about me?
Yeah.
Oh, God, what did I do?
Yeah, you're probably gonna cut this out.
Oh, my
But
God.
when Erin was
I'm watching Erin's face right now.
I'm so scared. I'm like, what did I do? I've done some cringy things in front of him.
when Erin was showing us the guy that she's crushing over, and I was like, oh, this
Okay,
guy, this guy's kind of like
choose your words carefully, and we can keep it in.
okay. Erin was showing us the guy that she was crushing on, and I was like, oh, that guy like reminds me of like those guys that I see on this like cringy TikTok page that I follow.
It's like a compilation of cringy guys or something?
Yeah, it's a compilation of cringy guys. And then so I scrolled down the page to try to find an example of the guy that it reminded me of. And it was him.
That did just happen. Anthony was there.
And I was like,
Yeah.
It was pretty
wa-
funny.
yeah.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Listen-
And Erin's like, don't show anyone.
yeah.
I didn't look. Out of respect, I didn't look.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was pretty embarrassing. I thought you were going to say the sushi thing when I picked it up with my hands. But that's more embarrassing.
Oh,
That's
that
more-
doesn't make me go.
What I think
Yeah.
most of the times I would make that face is because of you, though. Like,
Oh, thanks.
when you you asked us to go help you pick up your car because your car was impounded because you didn't pay your registration.
Oh
and got
yeah,
pulled over by
people
the
people
cop.
were really confused why I took both of you.
Actually, it's actually weird because we both needed to be there.
Yes, you need two people when
Yeah.
they take your car. You need someone to drive who
Yeah.
has a license, and then someone who can drive your car away.
Exactly.
So I needed
you
two
needed
people.
two licensed drivers. I didn't
Yes.
know. Actually, I don't think you initially knew.
Yeah.
So when you went in there, I was like, I'll just wait in the car. You guys got it.
Yeah.
And I had
And then
to run and
you
come
ran out and came. You're like they need you. Bring your driver's
Yeah.
license. You got to prove that you could drive the other car.
It worked out. They also were like, "Why didn't you have anyone else to ask?"
That
And
is a
it's-
good question.
but it's
Can we
be-
clear it up today?
It's because
It links back around to her not having anything to do on Friday night.
oh, it's because I had to go during the workday, and we like
that is true, though.
we like
Oh,
have
yeah.
we spend like the entire workday together often.
Yeah, I know.
we were
And-
already
and I-
writing and brainstorming
Yes.
that day anyway.
And I had just recently gotten my car out of an impound.
Why was your car in the impound?
Dude, in San Diego.
I didn't know your car went in the impound.
My car went in the impound because San Diego didn't properly put signs on the street that there was going to be a marathon going on.
Oh, you did tell me that.
And then I woke up the next day and went out to my car, and my car was gone because apparently they had a marathon in that street and they towed my car. And anyway, it cost me like $400.
Damn, just because they
Get
didn't
it
put their
out?
sign up?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's $400. And so when she said that she got her car impounded, I was like, we need to get that car out as soon as
Because
possible.
it's going to be
because
expensive.
those assholes put like $100 per day
Yeah.
onto like the bill. Why aren't impounds just like run by the state? Why
Yeah, why are they
why
private
are they
companies?
ran by
Good question.
by like people that could just be like, I have your car and actually it's gonna be $600.
It is really weird that the government is giving the tickets and making your car get impounded.
Yeah, but
and
a
then they're
private
like
company-
private company can handle it.
Yeah.
They can make it whatever rules they want.
I don't get it.
It's
and
crazy.
so I was like, we need to get it out as soon as possible. So that's why I was like totally down to
Yeah.
get your car on a work day.
And it was a day that we were already supposed to be brainstorming.
Yeah, we had an
so
all day
you
meeting, so we just
Yeah.
took the meeting from the car.
And your car was there for
Super grateful.
two nights?
It was there for 2 nights because we couldn't go the first day.
Yeah.
we were
But it
shooting
worked
or
out. Yeah, it worked out
And
the
it was a
second day.
Sunday.
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
And it was what, $600 something dollars?
I think it was like close to 800.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not cheap.
How do like how do people like
Expect to
know.
pay for that? Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know.
just-
But
like-
super grateful. Thanks, y'all.
You're welcome.
It could have been more.
so yeah, impound lots and I guess police. Let's just throw that in there.
Yeah.
Sure. Why not? Yeah. Well, who are you gonna be calling
but
when
I mean-
someone's breaking into your house?
damn
and you got a gun to your head
Oh, you're
and a phone in your hand.
Oh, you're right. I can't
Who are
wait
you gonna call?
You're right. I can't wait for the cops to show up and find my dead body because they showed up an hour late.
No, it's true. I had someone try to break into my home multiple years ago, and the cops showed up 15 minutes later, and they're like, "Oh,
I mean, 15 minutes later, that's fast.
it was pretty
That is pretty
fast.
fast.
It was pretty fast, but still, there was nothing that they."
Yeah, no, there's nothing they could do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's already happened. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And because they didn't actually make it in, they were like, "Oh,
But you were breaking the law.
I did. It was my fault. I paid the consequence.
how many years did you drive with an expired license?"
It wasn't expired.
Well,
Well,
right?
so I found out when we went to go pick it up that my license was also inspired because it was
Oh,
my
yeah.
birthday.
Yeah, it expired on her birthday. But
Yeah.
it was the registration.
was
The
out of
registration was expired by like 2 months. And then I had
Oh.
an out of state license because I didn't realize this is a mistake on my end. I'm just dumb. I didn't know you had to get a new license when you move to a new state. Which makes so much sense.
Yeah.
And when you
What-
move,
What about the license plate? Was the license plate
The license plate was California.
Oh, okay. So
But it was just expired by like a month or two.
Oh, okay. But then the
which is why I got pulled
license-
over. And then she saw my license and it was Illinois. And she was like, "How long have you lived here?" And I was honest because I told the truth to the police. And I said 5 years.
I just realized something.
What?
I think you might need to get a new license.
I got one.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was expired.
No, but you moved again.
Oh, I know. You can just change your address though.
Yeah, you could change.
Yeah,
the
that's
address isn't
easier.
as big of a deal.
That's easier to change. You can get like yeah, that one you can
You
change.
could just do like an amendment.
But yes, I did have to do that as well because I did just move.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So anyway, yeah, we got a rule breaker over here.
Sorry.
Happy to be your fathers.
Cool. Well, that's all the time we have today.
Wow.
Well, that was a very interesting lunchtime. We went down many roads.
Went down-
I learned a lot about Ian specifically.
Yeah.
Maybe next episode we'll learn about Anthony specifically.
I don't. It's okay.
If it's related to Blumpkins, I'm not gonna learn much about me.
Perfect.
I'm that Shrek meme. You know Shrek meme?
Yeah, I do.
Did I do it good?
You did.
You did it good.
We'll throw up a picture of it.
Which way is he turning? This way or this way?
I don't know, but we can reverse it. Either way, we can flip it.
It looks close enough to me.
Hell yeah.
Well, thank you so much for watching. Yeah.
Hope you learned so much. Open your homes to strangers. That's the
Moral of the story.
that's the moral of the story this time. Open your homes to strangers. Don't do Blumpkins, and make sure your license is up to date.
This is a highly educational show. So if you find it in the education category on YouTube, don't be alarmed. You learned something.
This will be in the kids section. Thank you, Erin.
you, Erin.
Bye.